right, welcome back, bros. As you can see, I've got my hat on backward because I want to be appealing to all the bros that are all up in my Instagram comments about, oh, Clove is overbought. Clove is too high. Bro. Short it, bro. Bro. So in honor of all the bros, I will look like an absolute idiot for the duration of this live stream with my hat on backwards as a hat tip to all the short seller bros. That being said, Clove, just like yesterday, morning dip and rip, afternoon VWAP hold, and if it dies, it dies. You know, I mean, listen, most of you are probably trading with a cash account, which I support. If you're new and you have a small account, you should probably be trading on a cash account, so you can't short anyway. Plus, even if you have a margin account, quite frequently it's very hard to get a borrow, etc. So, you know, if it dies, it dies. Let it die. Whoops. Market closed. So it is pre-market live stream 6/9/2021. And if you can tell, I'm in a great mood because Clove was beautiful yesterday. Oh, and then that 4 a.m. gap up. It's the Clove squeezing while all the bros are drunk and hungover at 4:30 a.m. Oh, I love it. You know, again, I posted the little meme to my Instagram last night, like it's 8 o'clock. I'm like, I can't wait for the 4 a.m. gap up, baby. And it's just so predictable. Because, again, they're all still, you know, sleeping in mom's basement with 75, you know, like, what's that? What's the natural light? The high alcohol natural light? The Natty Daddy or whatever? You know, they got like 15 24-ounce cans of Natty Daddy laying there next to mom's couch. Meanwhile, they get smoked out of Clove, but they're all up in my comments about how it's overbought and it's up too high. So anyway, sorry. Let's get to work. I feel myself getting dumber with the hat on backwards. It's like the instant you put a baseball cap on backwards, you lose like 20 IQ points. I feel like Superman with kryptonite or something. Morning dip and rip, afternoon VWAP holds, and if it dies, it dies. Let the shorts have their crumbs. All right. Brian asked about CLVS over 750. So I think this is so WallStreetBets has been after this, right? This is the latest WallStreetBets idea. Brian, love it over 750. As it breaks 750 as we talk. I will always remember CLVS back in the olden days when we used to be able to go to conferences. Would have been 20. I still remember CLVS on this gap up. Any of you were any of you at the TradersExpo in Las Vegas on November 7th? November 7th, 2019, back when we used to be able to go places and do things and meet people and shake hands and go to conferences and network and do all this fun, normal people stuff. Anyway, TraderExpo 11/7/2019, this gap up squeezer was my number one idea. Talked about this one live and it went to 17. It was like a week open red to green every day for like a month. So anyway, love CLVS as a name. Let me jump back to that 1 year chart. And yeah, I mean, Brian, it's whole dollar, half dollar. I certainly don't argue with that. Fire away. You know, as usual, if you're trading in pre-market, it's best to sell. You know, best to get out in pre-market. CLVS. See, I can't even type. The backwards baseball cap. I can't even type CLVS. That's how dumb I am with this hat on backwards. Love this. Over 750. Wish. So Wish was yesterday's, you know, again, relatively low float, 150 million shares, beautiful squeeze in after hours. Let's, this is probably, it's a day one squeezer. So this is probably one of my top ideas. 17. And then probably, you got to remember this thing has $10 of range. Okay. So I think a mistake a lot of newer traders make is too much size. Okay. So something like Wish with $10 of range, you gotta give it some room. So I would say probably like a $17 dip and rip with risk down on 16. Now you gotta be sized accordingly. I mean, listen, if you got a small account and you're risking $1 a share and you got 1,000 shares, well, geez, man, that's a tough hit. You get stopped, you're losing $1,000. Remember, when you got this kind of range, small account, 100 shares, you get stopped, you lose $100. This thing goes wild today. Maybe you make $2, $3, $4 a share, 200, 300, 400. That's a nice day if you got a couple $1,000 account. So understand position sizing when you're talking about that kind of range. So, I see it all the time. People get too aggressive, too much size. Then they get spooked out on a little dip, and then the trade ultimately ends up working. So one of the reasons we look at the Cloves and the Wishes and the CLVSs, they have so much range, you don't need 50,000 shares to make a nice little daily paycheck, grow your account. That's what you're here for. I mean, again, I joke about the making bank bros. If you want to, listen, if you want to buy a Lambo today, you're at the wrong place. Okay? I'm glad you're here, but feel free to leave the live stream. I'm assuming most of you are new. I'm assuming 99% of you are newer. Probably 90% of you have a couple $1,000 account, and you're trying to grow it. So, we're not about Lambos here, so do what you will. But what we are here about is growing your $2,000 account to 5 to 10 to 25. Then you're over the PDT. Then you're consistent. Then maybe you start adding some size. Okay? Then you start dreaming about the Lambo. But right now, you're just grinding, man. Grind. Get up to $3,000. Get up to 3,500. Maybe you drop back to 3. Get back to 4. You drop back to 35. You get up to 5. That's what I'm trying to help you do here. So, anyway, that was a little ranty. Wish DNR over 17. Good discussion of proper sizing on a stock with wild range. AEHL. It's alpha brain time. It's not the, I can blame the hat. I didn't take the alpha brain. Oh, 3 million float, 2 million shares. High a day currently 675, which is a breakout. It's really early, so let this set the top. And 9:45 or later, I think there's a lot of eyeballs on other ideas. I think kind of everybody's watching the CLVSs and the Wish. So I would say, wait, let this thing kind of shake out 9:45 or later. I just think all the eyeballs are on other stuff. Back burner. And AEMD. That was the other big mover this morning. And jeez, oh Pete, this thing gapped up that. Oh my gosh. 20 million. 20 million shares traded at 8:40 a.m. Man, I tell you, 2021 and 2021 and 2020 are the greatest years in the history of mankind. I gotta kind of wait and see what this does. I don't know if there's a trade other than late day VWAP holds. Just such a wild move in pre. Big move, big pullback, afternoon VWAP holds. So a couple ideas of mine that nobody asked about. I do like a red to green on AMC. OCGN is another red to green. And my mains are going to be CLVS, Wish, and Clove. So, all right. I didn't get to everything, but I think I got to the ones that matter the most. As always, have a great day. Wild times, man. Wild times. Going back to what I said earlier, it's just there's never been a better time to grow your small account because, you can trade all of these with a cash account. You can manage that cash account. You don't need margin. You don't have to deal with the PDT. It's just, I'm jealous, man. Because back when I got started, the only way to grow your account was shorting penny stocks. And it was just so hard to get borrows and the pain in the butt. We used to change brokerage accounts every 6 months. You just don't have all the hassles. Now, I'm not saying it's easy. I want to be clear. You're still trying to, if you're trying to grow a $2,000 account to get over the PDT, it's quite possibly one of the most difficult things you will ever do. But my point is, back in the day, there were just so many more roadblocks, for lack of a better term. There were so many things that made it even more difficult that were just things that tripped you up. So if you're struggling, man, keep your head up. You're getting into this during an incredible time, and I've never seen it like this, since February to now, February of 2020. So, all right. Have a great day, my friends, and never forget, Clove is up too much. Love it. See you tomorrow. Oh, check out the Steady Trade team. Would love to see you twice a day, every single day, never miss a day. And I guess that's it.